7:39 right now. Well, you know you're supposed to buckle up, but if you do not, it could soon be an expensive mistake. Good morning to Donna Huerta-Simmons with TxDOT, because it is click it or ticket time once again. So a lot of us grew up with seatbelts just the normal way of life. You know, the high school football coach and driver's ed instructor wouldn't start the car until you were buckled up. Hard to believe it's still a problem in Texas.
It is hard to believe that, Tim. In fact, also, if someone's in my car and I put it in gear, they owe me $5 if they don't have their seatbelt clicked already. But it is a very serious problem, and we're doing our best to reach out to people and try to make our statistics much better. In fact, we want to get to zero of people being killed because they weren't wearing their seatbelts.
Right. Tell me about that display. The backdrop for this interview is really a kind of a shocking display about what can happen if you don't buckle up.
Very much so, Tim. If you'll look behind me, there are rows and rows and rows of empty shoes. We're calling those the ghost shoes. Believe it or not, it doesn't discriminate. Old people, young people, cowboys, babies, just dozens and dozens of shoes. And it's chilling to think that if they had just taken one more second to pull the seatbelt across and click it, then they wouldn't be represented here with these ghost shoes.
Right.
Tim, I make this. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Each pair of those shoes representing someone who died possibly because they were not buckled up in a seatbelt.
That's correct. And last year in Texas, there were more than 929 people who died as a result of not putting on their seatbelts.
And I know for you
the year before that, it was over 1,000.
Yeah,
so.
and this is really personal for you because of something that happened to you as a teenager.
It did. Our family was on a vacation in Colorado, and of course you think nothing's ever going to happen to you, but it did. And back in '75, the seat belts only went across your lap, so we didn't have the shoulder belts. Because of that, I lost my mother, and we suffered serious injuries with our family. But had we had today's technology, I think we all would have made it. So it goes beyond me to wonder why people don't just take a second to pull that seatbelt across.
Yeah, exactly. So how does this work? And it's going to be a statewide campaign. First, an advertising and PR campaign to get out the word, and then it gets serious. If you are caught not buckled up, it could be a costly mistake.
Correct, and we say click it or ticket, but if you think about it as click it or you could die, it's a little more serious. I like to think of click it and live. It doesn't rhyme, but the ticket is minor compared to what can happen. And some people don't understand how you can be thrown from a vehicle when the windows are up. Well, I'm sorry, but in an accident, you will go right through that window.
Oh, listen, we see it all the time here. We report those stories where, you know, the driver or the passenger was ejected from the vehicle. Yeah, in some cases, right through the windshield. You're absolutely right. So, click it or ticket campaign about ready to get underway. You're going to see the billboards, and then starting right around in a couple of weeks when the summer driving season's about to begin, the enforcement begins as well, and it's serious. Donna Huerta, thank you so much for being with us today.